Let's have a look at all the powers and the items for Zenyatta in Overwatch 2 Stadium. In this series of videos, we're taking a look at all of the powers and unique hero items for the heroes that are currently on the Overwatch Stadium roster. But today we're taking a look at Zenyatta. In the weapon category, we actually only have epic items. The first one is called a Haste Subroutine. 50% attack speed. After using Harmony Orb or Discord Orb, gain 100% projectile speed for 3 seconds. So, if I put up an orb, you can see that for the first 3 seconds, the speed on my orbs is tremendously high. It doesn't matter if it's Discord or Harmony orbs. You can refresh it yourself basically just by switching your orbs around. At that point you have a constant speed boost. The second one is called Genji's Galvanized Gloves. 10% weapon power, 10% attack speed. Orb of Destruction, secondary fire charges 20% faster. So this is what it normally does. This is the charge rate. Pretty lengthy. But if we get this item, it is considerably shorter. The last weapon item is called Orb of Perception. 15% weapon power, 15% ability power. Targets affected by Discord Orb are revealed. So, see that target? I put my orb up there. As I go around the corner, I can still see him. Now, the reason he disappears is because I broke line of sight. And as soon as you break line of sight for too long, the orb will disconnect. You can kind of jump in and out. Keep an eye on them. Might be handy in some scenarios. In the ability category, we have quite a few more. There's 2 rares. One is called Breezeborn Blessing, 10% ability power. Harmony Orb heals airborne allies for 50% more. Yeah, this one is kind of hard to show off, but you get the idea. The other one is called Satya's Solution, 10% ability power, 10% move speed. While Transcendence is active, its radius increases by 1 meter every 1 second. So, if I set off my ult, it will actually grow every second that I'm actually doing the Transcendent. Now, there's another item that we're going to get into in just a few seconds that extends that ultimate. So you can start to see the potential of this item. In the epic ability category, this Friendship Bracelet, 10% ability power, increases your healing by up to 20% based on how close you are to your target. So if I put my orb up against this guy, you see it tick up slowly, and the closer I get, the faster it will tick up. It's not super noticeable, but there we go. They're basically trying to motivate you to get into people's personal bubbles. Mind Shaper, 15% ability power, 15% starting ultimate charge. Allies affected by your Transcendence have their cooldowns refreshed 15% faster. Another one that is kind of difficult to show off, but that is pretty obvious. And this was the one I was talking about earlier. So, Mandada's Mantra, you get 30% Transcendence duration. On top of that, after Transcendence ends, gain overhealth equal to 100% of the healing it did. That is pretty huge. So let me combine Satya's Solution, which makes it grow the longer it lasts, and then extend the duration by 30%. And you gain health for all the healing you've done. Yeah, you'll see the potential.
The essence of yoga.
As you can see, it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. We're actually healing the whole map at this point. On top of that, I had like close to 2,200, maybe 2,500. I wasn't quick enough to see it. Health, which made me, at that point, indestructible for just a split second. This combination, pretty potent. If you manage to get your ultimate pretty fast, at least. Alright, moving over to the survival category. First one is called Hiking Hoverboots, 10% move speed, while airborne will jump to hover up to 3 seconds. Now, airborne could be that you jump up and then you'll stick right here, but that also means that you can jump off a ledge and actually float your way over, which will help you to bridge some distances. There we go. That way, Zenyatta can get around. Transference Protocol, 25 shields. When you charge an orb with Orb of Destruction secondary fire, restore for 3% of your life. So let's say that we took a tiny bit of damage right here because of these bullies. As we charge, you'll see that we actually gained some health right before my self-heal kicked in. Not the biggest amount. Keepsake of Chaos, 25 armor. Eliminating an enemy affected by Discord Orb grants 5 armor for the rest of the round. Up to 50 armor. So we're going to get ourselves some extra armor. We put our Discord Orb on the targets, and as we kill them, you can see that my armor is going up. I can get a total of 50 armor. The fun thing is that this will stick around for the rest of the round, which might come in handy. Alright, for the epic items, there's Golden Monk, 50 armor. For every 50 armor you have, gain 5% quick melee damage. Yep. Oh, he was angry. So just for the fun of it, we're going to we're actually going to stack some armor with that extra item. And then we're just going to punch people. Yeah, they don't seem to like that. I don't mind. It's fine. You don't have to like it. Meditation mat, 50 armor. When your shields are depleted, knock back nearby enemies, dealing 80 damage. Can only trigger every 6 seconds after shields are fully restored. So these guys are shooting me. I'm going to get up close. There we go. Just made it explode in his face. And then the last one is called Teacher's Totem. 50 shields. Allies affected by Harmony Orb take 10% reduced ability damage. Which is kind of hard to show off, but you get the idea. It's actually going to help them a little more. They're going to take less damage. You're mitigating damage. Alright, let's have a look at his powers. The first one is a popular one, Flying Kick. While airborne quick melee becomes a dash kick that stuns if it knocks an enemy back into a wall. What that looks like, if you jump up and you use quick melee, you jump forward quite a distance. If you hit him against the wall, they'll get stunned. Let's have a look at that in third-person perspective, actually. Yeah. That is quite funny to look at. And it's quite strong. I've seen a lot of people use it. It's Orbit time. Orb of Destruction's secondary fire can charge up to 3 additional orbs. So, we usually get 5 orbs, as you can see. Now, if you use this one, the max charge is going to be 8. Now, of course, you need to charge all of them, so it takes quite a while longer. Unless you, of course, use the cooldown with Genji's Galvanized Gloves, which is 20% lower. You're going to get closer to the original time. It's still a little longer, but it helps to eliminate the difference. Seeking Salvation. Orb of Destruction's secondary fire projectiles home when aimed at a target below 35% health. I mean, this is not going to be useful on just static bots, but this guy that is running around is an easy target. You don't necessarily need to aim super close. They will home in a little bit of a aim assist, but they need to be lower than 35% health. Dual Harmony gain a second Harmony Orb, but they both heal 45% less. So you will only get 55% of the healing, but you can actually have 2 of them up. Which in some cases, like with this little speed boost, might come in handy. An extra way to get that 3-second speed boost for a little longer. Enlightenment. Allies affected by Harmony Orb are healed for 35% of the damage you deal. So let me put my orb on this guy, and as you see me do damage, you can see his health jump up dramatically. And that is because 35% of the damage I'm doing is actually going into that healing, making it stronger. I really like this one. Gotta have faith. Harmony Orb targets can be out of your line of sight for 5 seconds longer before Harmony Orb returns to you. It is the same deal as we discussed earlier with the Destruction Orb. So if you break line of sight, they will disconnect. So let's see. I have an orb up on this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's gone. Now if we get the item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and there we go. So yeah, that is 5 seconds longer. Inner Peace, gain a Harmony Orb that is always attached to you. It heals for 75% less. So as you can see right here, I have an orb up on these bots, but also on myself. And that is definitely going to help you to stay alive. I actually really like this one. Discord Fever, when Discord Orb is applied to a target, they take 50 damage over 5 seconds. So on top of the debuff that Discord Orb usually provides, which makes them more vulnerable for damage, you actually will do damage yourself.
Does not compute.
As you can see, for the first 5 seconds, they'll take some damage. Also a nice one to get. Discord Inferno, when you critically hit a target affected by your Discord Orb, the Orb of Destruction explodes, dealing 50 damage. So we have a Discord Orb on that guy. We shoot him in the face and he actually exploded and damaged that guy. Let's do that again. There we go. A little explosive damage never killed anybody, right? Instant Karma. When the target of your Discord Orb damages you, restore 30% of that damage over 2 seconds. A little hard to show off, but you get the idea. Basically, it nerfs their damage. Because 30% of what they put into you, you'll heal back over 2 seconds. So it's not like a 30% nerf per se, because it does take 2 seconds, but it will definitely keep you alive a little longer. Circle of Strife. When using Transcendence, apply Discord Orb to all enemies within range. Alright, let's show what that looks like.
The essence of yoga has
Now, if you go out of range, the Discord Orb will disappear, so you need to stick around. But it will make them more vulnerable to damage at that point. Now, we could do something cheeky, like add Discord Fever on top of that. Because when Discord Orb is applied to a target, they will take 50 damage over 5 seconds. Let's have a look.
The essence of yoga has graced you.
So the fact that it actually kind of is removed and put back kind of refreshes that dot, I guess, from the looks of it. Yeah, it will definitely do damage to everybody. Like if you have a full team around you of friendly targets, but also a full enemy team, that is going to make a huge difference. But you have to sacrifice 2 powers. Alright, the last one is called Soul Control. Transcendence can be cancelled early, saving up to 65% of your ultimate charge. This one is a double-edged sword in the sense that, yeah, you can cancel your ult. So you go in,
The essence of yoga has graced
and then
you.
you tap and you will cancel it. And I still have like 56% of my ultimate charge. The thing is, I think you might sometimes accidentally cancel it because it isn't the same button you use. It's basically your shoot button will cancel it.
The essence of yoga has graced you.
So yeah, you might in the heat of battle accidentally stop your ultimate. And then you're going to curse really, really loudly. At least I would. And that was all for Zenyatta. Tell me, what combination of powers and items are you thinking of using for our friendly monk? Let me know in the comments. For now, however, that was it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. I also want to thank my patrons and YouTube members. You too can become a member over on patreon.com/theomnicpost and right here on YouTube to unlock exclusive rewards. If you have a few minutes left, maybe check out one of my other videos. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye bye.